So this mission we'll do it at night, and everything's going to be pretty much in place. Don't need to worry about things too much here. I'm just going to throw a load of units down. There's going to be no objective other than wrecking them. Just to basically demonstrate. This is about demonstrating the mod, not about creating a mission, okay? Remove objects from Zeus in a 2-kilometer radius. There we go. Right, let's throw down a load of units. I'm in the editor as well because obviously, so frames will be good for us. Right, let's get some rifle squads on the patrol. Let's get some recon squads dotted around. There's plenty of units for us. Okay. Set these guys on some patrols. Set these guys on a 150, 15 second. Set these guys on a custom patrol. Set these guys on a custom patrol. Garrison some of these. Okay. Right, let's throw in some vehicles and so on. Let's put in a couple of tank sections. And some guard infantry, why not? So I'm just literally creating these to, you know, demonstrate the objective. It's not about making them difficult or about them succeeding in any shape or form. It's literally just about us demonstrating the way this works, okay? So it's just to show you the mod a little bit and give you an idea about what it's all about. Right. Let's get some APCs in, just kind of sitting at the base, right? Let's not put that. Let's not tempt fate and screw ourselves over. Let's get some Ifrits dotted about. Some fuel and repair and all sorts of trucks in here. And he didn't even make it to get destroyed. Right, just put in some sentries now on the sentry points, and we're good to go. A couple more sentry points right here. I think there's a little compound near here, isn't there? Yeah, right here. So we'll get like an assault squad. There we go, garrison them. Good. Right, okay, and I suppose this might have a vehicle on it as well, right? Get another Meridian on that one. Right, okay, that should be plenty, if not maybe too little. Get a couple more Ifrits in, look. There is another, like, kind of base right here. Okay, that should be more than plenty, right? What's the objective? My objective is to destroy their factory and their base of operations. Okay, that's the objective. Right, so now we'll come out of this and we will go to our plane once I place it down. Okay, so Actually, I just need to go into Zeus. Right, so we're also going to make this obviously a night operation, guys, because that's what happens. You operate these things at night. Right, let's get the plane down. Okay, plane is down. Let's make it night time. I've got night vision goggles. Yep. Let's make it midnight. Right, let's rock and roll, guys. Off we go. So I just didn't remember it needing so long to power up in that way. Yeah, get that handbrake off. Right, so we're going to get up in the air first of all. Get to a good height. If we can even get in the air, get this gigantic thing in the air. There we go. An idea about how dark it is. Yes. Freedom takes a minute to warm up. Right. So I need to get up to around about here. That's roughly where we're going, I guess. So I need to get to good height, get up to about 1,000 meters at least. Let's gain some height here. So now I'm going to move towards the target area, as you can see. Oh, apparently my plane has already decided where many of these targets are. That's no issue for me. Right, anyway, so we're going to be heading in this direction. And then when we get to nearby the area, I will set the autopilot and we'll get into a sweep around the location. About 1800 hours. I'm just going to check my video settings to make sure that my view distances are correct, and you can see that they are. So actually object draw distance could do with being a bit higher, just to ensure that we're going to see everything we need to see, because that's the thing, when you're high up in the sky it's not just the actual view distance, you need to make sure the object draw distance is high, and that's where you can suffer sometimes. Right now as I approach this area right here, I still need to kind of bank off a little to the left, head north a bit more. That's where we're looking at, I guess. Right, so we're getting to about the right area. Once we get to the coastal area here, just on this shoreline, that's where I'm going to activate the autopilot, and it will set up a route around this area. Right, I'm going to engage autopilot now. And you didn't see that, but it's basically putting us into this mode. Okay, so now I can go to so I can go to my map, and we can see that we are circling this area. Now I can adjust this parameter. I can actually set the radius out at 2000, and the height is going to remain at 1500. And you'll see that circle expand now. Okay, now we're back on the camera. Now this is thermal. You can start to see targets down here. So there's our factory location. targets down below. You can't see much from thermal, you see. We can see plenty much. Oh, sorry, you can't see much with night vision, standard NV, but you can see plenty on thermal. So let's start making things brighten up a little bit, shall we? And our mission is to just clear this out. So yeah, on target. Let's engage some of these with the minigun. So we can hit this guy on the move with the 40 mil. He's running alright, look. You can see it's harder than you think to hit these targets. Even with this guidance computer, it's hard. There he goes. Tracking across. Let's get a big round in on this. And this big building right here will level this. Load of guys in the front of that one. And these guys. Get on that compound. Bang. Straight on target. Straight in the window there, got those guys, Sentry and the Ifrit we can see down there. Ifrit's gone, minigun on these. Ifrit down there as well. Hit that Ifrit. He's gone. And I can go straight onto the map. Okay, now look. Notice how we're at this different target area now. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate like how you can adjust your target area once you're kind of off course, as it were. So I'm going to put a new destination there. And then I'm also going to adjust my parameters again. Keep the radius at 1700. And that height is fine. Oops, shit. Okay, so I've set a destination. Right, now watch what happens. So what will happen with the destination is that the AC-130 will fly around, as you can see here, until it reaches a point where it starts to take us to that new destination. There we are, look. See, so it reached that lock point on the target area, and then see it's going to move the whole target area until it syncs with the destination that I've set, and it's still keeping that perimeter distance, and it's still keeping the altitude that I set it for. And so you can see we're just honing in. And I can still continue to fire if I wanted to whilst this is approaching, so it will just reset. So we can go back to the camera and we can still continue to engage whilst it's tracking to our new position, basically. Let's try and get some of these infantry guys here on the outside. Still use the, this guy's running in the forest. Got him. His friend's going to help him. Guys crossing in the open. Got all them. Target secure. Got to these guys here on the patrol. But it's basically my plan to use things like this on the smaller operations that I've been doing. Those guys are down. We need to get these two tanks down here. Let's get some rounds in on this when they get to this junction. This is the T100s. Bang. Direct hit. And again. They're still going. These T100s can take a kicking. The frustrating thing with this is I haven't found, if you're just in free fire mode, let's go on the 40mm, if you're just in free fire mode you can use some heat rounds and so on, but when you're in the autopilot mode I'm not sure you have that option. This might be tricky to get the armor down enough on these guys to take them out. Alright, they're bailing, means it's nearly gone. Bang. There's a direct hit. He's trying to run. That's it, they're running out. Finish off the crew. This guy's running. Oh yeah, there we go. T100 down. Right, so now if we were to go back to the map, you'll see we're tracking around our new area here. Something that's nice to note as well, notice around the reticule there's a compass. So you can orientate yourself quite easily with guys on the ground. So for right now I could say hitting these guys on the south side of the main compound, and it gives them an orientation. There's some scattered infantry. Actually, let's just hit this compound right here. Let's get on this compound. Bang. On. Okay, let's get. Let's see what we've got. And some of these guys still in this building right here. We need to hit this building. Look at these guys. And these. That guy's still up on top of that window. And look at that, we've leveled that entire building right there. Look at that. Oh man, two Ifrits right there. And a Murid. It's gone. Well, we hit that with the 105 earlier on. They seem to be almost immune from it. We'll have to get some minigun in there. 25mm. Small Marids down there. Get those. Shit, we're out of 105 now. They're running. You can really, if there's like a whole area like this to engage, you can really burn through that ammo. I mean, it's really about, if I was running this on a mission, you wouldn't be engaging every single thing. Really what you would be doing is providing support for those guys on the ground. Oh, that whole building went down. Jesus, man. This 25 mil is way more... Where are you going? Where are you going? 25 mil is actually way more powerful than you think it would be. Some patrols and stuff still happening here. There's some guys garrisoned in a little building. Taking cover. One guy survived my impact before on this one. This 25 mil does enough damage as well. Look at that power on that Merid. Just absolutely destroyed that Merid. Looks like a load of units taking some shelter right here. Is that guy active? I think that was one we destroyed much earlier on. Sentry points. This does look epic from the ground, as you might imagine. Yeah, I'll show you. We'll try and just turn off the thermal completely. Is there still a patrol moving here? Yep. Alright, stand by on this. Targets down. Anyway, so that is my little showcase about the AC-130. It is absolutely epic, and I'm planning to use it. Some rogue guys made it away. I'm planning to use it as support on some of the Zeus missions that we're going to be doing. Not necessarily on the larger missions, but on some of the more smaller tactical missions, which will involve IDing targets to engage. This guy's running on the road right here. There's another Ifrit right there. I don't think that's been taken out. Bang, he's gone. A couple of tanks there as well. I'm not quite sure whether we got those. We're not moving those, so. Yep, they are live. Bring the pain. As you can see, it's quite spectacular in night vision. Trucks right here. Live Ifrit right there. Two more there. I don't think we have any further live targets, guys. I think we've dealt more than enough damage at this point. Just keeping a little track to see whether there's any remaining targets in on this. Don't see any further moving targets. Let's check some of the perimeters. But oh, those guys right there, look. But it shows how ridiculously powerful just one of these things is. It's going to be great to see you be used in it. There's an Ifrit right there. I spotted it. I spotted the driver there. You can see, even though it's quite far out, I spotted the driver. His thermal signature just coming through the windshield on the Ifrit right there. Bang, gone. I think we're clear on the area now. There we go, guys, mission complete. And then we can just come out of this and we're back to piloting. We can fly back to base. Done. Mission complete. I've got to land it now. Yeah, don't worry. It'll be alright. Okay, so we're en route for the airbase. We should see the lights pretty soon. Well, the aircraft from okay, there's the airbase. The aircraft from Tanoa, the Blackfish, is not the same in any way as the AC-130, because the AC-130, as you see, has a lot of capability to deal with infantry. But the thing is, the Blackfish has no kind of targeting computer in the same way that this one does. Actually, that's not true. It has some sort of targeting computer, but it's much more difficult. I'm way too high, by the way. Way too high. It's much more difficult to get on target with the Blackfish. I'm going to do a video about the Blackfish, but the Blackfish, I'm too high. The Blackfish basically, it's more of an anti-vehicle kind of. It's a support vehicle, really. It's to sort of soften up hard targets for the guys on the ground more than it is like a anti-infantry thing like this guy is. And we're down on the ground. Back to base. Right, there we go, guys. That's my little showcase. Hope you enjoyed.